Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, the nation's first capital, a city teeming with traditions, world-class museums, history around every corner, and, of course, cheesesteaks. Though you already knew that, but did you know that Philadelphia is home to paradise? If you have a few minutes to spare, allow me and some members of the community to share with you a brief but by no means comprehensive history of the neighborhood we call Paradise. So, where is Paradise?
Hey, my name is Mark Green, and I resided in this location for the last 45 years. Paradise is bounded by Hunting Park Avenue, Ridge Avenue, and Allegheny Avenue. If you look at it on a map for the city of Philadelphia, you'll see that it's a triangle.
And why the name Paradise?
My name is Rose Cooper. I've been here since 1970. Then I started looking up the history of the neighborhood. They called it Paradise because there was so many cemeteries around.
Rose is right. One of Paradise's many unique features is that it's surrounded by 4 different cemeteries. To the west is Laurel Hill Cemetery, the nation's second major rural cemetery and a National Historic Landmark. Laurel Hill was founded in 1836 and is home to ornate and expressive memorials and mausoleums, as well as the final resting place of generations of Philadelphians from all walks of life. Laurel Hill also represents an important phase in the evolution of public space. Scottish-born architect John Notman, Laurel Hill East's chief designer, carved out the cemetery's landscape to take advantage of its riverside location. Founder and proprietor John J. Smith further cultivated the site into a landscaped arboretum, guiding the planting of botanical species from around the world. These and other unique features led Laurel Hill to rapidly become a popular tourist destination for people across the country. Although Laurel Hill predated the public park system, in many ways it served the same purpose before such a concept even existed. To the east is Mount Vernon Cemetery. Founded in 1856, generations of the famous Barrymore family, stars of stage and screen, are interred there. North of Mount Vernon is Mount Peace Cemetery. The land that comprises both Mount Vernon and Mount Peace was the former estate of Robert Ralston, who made his fortune trading in East India in the 1800s. And there's the cemetery that surrounds the Church of St. James the Less. The St. James property was shuttered in 2006 and has been revived with a thriving neighborhood community school. The church was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1985 and is our country's first and finest example of the pure English parish church style, as well as one of the best examples of a 19th century American Gothic church for its coherence and authenticity of design. But Paradise isn't just known for its sprawling cemeteries. It also has a deep history of industry and innovation. Dobson Mills, started in the 1850s by English immigrant brothers James and John Dobson, was one of the largest textile mills in the city. At its peak, the sprawling facility that comprises the northern border of Paradise employed nearly 12,000 people. The mills closed in the late 1920s and was redeveloped as a residential and commercial complex in the 1990s. One building that remains to this day from the sprawling Dobson Mills property is the Dobson Gatehouse, whose Gothic castle-like structure earned it the name the Witch House from kids in the neighborhood.
Yes, that's what they used to call it. So you used to walk on the other side of the street, or used to run. Yeah.
They thought it was a witch.
Paradise is also the birthplace of the commercial digital computer. At 3747 Ridge Avenue, inventors J. Presper Eckert Jr. and John Mauchly set up shop to manufacture UNIVAC, the follow-up computer device to the room-sized ENIAC that was developed for the University of Pennsylvania. UNIVAC was the first user-friendly computer that utilized a typewriter keyboard and could recall data from memory, paving the way for all modern-day computers. Paradise is also home to Penn Reels, which moved their manufacturing operations to Hunting Park Avenue in 1941, where they continue to manufacture award-winning fishing tackle today. Even the automotive supply giant Pep Boys was headquartered in Paradise until 2020. But the company closest to Philadelphians' hearts, and most certainly their stomachs, is Tastykake, whose snack-sized pies and cupcakes were part of Pennsylvania lunches for generations. Their baking facility was just down the road from Penn Reels on Hunting Park until 2010. In 1959, Reverend Leon Sullivan and a group of area ministers banded together to combat Tastykake's discriminatory hiring practices by boycotting the snack cake company in an innovative form of protest they called selective patronage. Over 150 Black-owned grocers refused to stock Tastykakes, and Black Philadelphians refused to buy them. After 3 months, Tastykake gave in to the pressure and changed their hiring practices, leading other ministers and activists across the nation to wage their own selective patronage campaigns. In Paradise, innovation wasn't just technical, it was also political. Prior to the 1960s, Paradise was almost entirely white, but the demographics shifted as industry boomed and Black families from the South and other parts of the city moved in, looking to become part of the burgeoning middle class.
My name is Frank Thorpe, and I've been in the neighborhood 54 years. 1969 we came in July because we got married in June. It was the condition of our settlement. We're in the 3100 block of North Natrona Street. There were 4 Black families that moved into the area. I was the 4th, and the others were Caucasian. They were the original family owners who had the buildings made in 1947 generally. Is the age of the houses on our street, and it was a family neighborhood.
So I moved in with 2 children, 2 girls. They enjoyed being up here. The children, we were not afraid for the children to sit on the steps, to go out and jump rope. Matter of fact, I think it's still maybe 4 original families when I moved there that are still there.
We paid $17,900 for this house back in 1980. That was a lot of money back then, but not now. Not now. Like if you see the stores on the corners, those were like mom and pop stores. They all closed down. And they didn't close until like the early 90s. My mother was college educated. She had 2 years of college. But in her time, she couldn't find anything, Doors didn't open up for her. So she had to do what she had to do. She had worked in laundries. She had worked in factories. Philadelphia was a factory place. You could leave one factory and go to another one and get a job. Lehigh Avenue factories, Kensington factories, American Street, it's all gone now. All gone.
The shifts in industry and demographics in Paradise are similar to many neighborhoods throughout Philadelphia. As development and residential construction occurs throughout Paradise today, the effects of which are impossible to comprehend at this moment, another chapter in Paradise's history is occurring right in front of us. To learn even more about Paradise, join our walking tour. Interact with the people and places that make this neighborhood truly unique.